Hey Libras, welcome to the channel. If you're new and if you're one of my amazing subscribers, thank you for being here. This is a reading by Amaranth Tarot. My name is Kelly. And let's see what we got for you all. What do we got for Libras, please, Spirit? What do we got for Libras? What are their current energies? What's going on around them? Possibly who are they dealing with? What are they dealing with? I'm being told I can cut the deck now. Perfect. Oh yeah. This actually came up in your pre-shuffle a couple of times. You got the Knight of Wands. You could have somebody who's very much in and out of your life. Whoa. But they could be somebody that you love very much. Somebody that you care about very, very much. But I'm getting a sense that some of you may have blocked this person. Or maybe they blocked you. Perhaps you've been in and out of their lives. And I'm getting the sense because somebody wants to be single. They want stability. They don't want the drama. They don't want to be wondering day in, day out, is this person going to come back, or is this person just going to continue to show up when it's convenient for them? We have the Emperor in reverse. Interesting. So this could be somebody who's very controlling. Somebody who is very rigid in their thought processes. The way that they do things. It's like everything's regimented, but to the point where it's almost too much control. And they may try to control a situation because they feel out of control in their own lives. So you could be feeling controlled, and maybe the reason why is because, well, you're always waiting on them, right? You're always wondering, are they going to stick around this time? Are they going to show up the way that I want them to? Here we go. Your thoughts, Libras. You, at the center of the read, have the Nine of Swords. Yes, this card looks pretty scary, pretty dark. And usually it is because of the fact that this person is sitting alone and they've got 9 swords hovering above them. And those 9 swords represent all kinds of thoughts that may be going on in your head right now. Maybe you're having a tough time sleeping. It's very possible. And if you're not having a tough time sleeping, it's just the amount of stress. Or maybe your mind is just so busy that you can't settle. Okay? You could have a lot going on right now. But not only is there a lot going on right now, there could also be a lot of fears that you're experiencing. Maybe your thoughts have just gotten the absolute best of you. There we go. And what's crossing it is Temperance in reverse. So this card is usually meaning somebody needs to have patience regarding a situation or regarding a person. It asks that whatever you pour into one cup, so say that's external versus internal, it has to be given the same in order to find a balance, but there isn't a balance happening here right now. So that could be what's stressing you out. The foundation of the read is the Wheel of Fortune. There are things that have been out of your control. Maybe you're wanting things to stay the same, right? But what you don't realize is that the universe has seen that something has been no good for you. Whatever that is, whether that be a person, a job, a circumstance, whatever it is, it hasn't been good for you. And so things are starting to change now. And usually if we don't change it ourselves, the universe is going to come in and say, hey, I'm going to change it for you. It's part and parcel of getting yourself back to whatever your life purpose is, but also getting you back on track. Here we go, the recent past. You had the Chariot, but it's in reverse. Could have been dealing with a Cancerian. Doesn't have to be, but it's possible. It could be dealing with Sagittarius. But this is about the wheels coming off. When it's upright, you have two horses going in two different directions. So that would be your heart and your mind. Your heart says one thing, your mind says another, and you're trying to control it all. But you're not stopping and getting some patience to actually hear what it is inside your higher power. You're not consulting with yourself to actually see what it is that you truly want or what you truly want to drive towards. You could have had some travel plans that were thwarted recently. Maybe there were some car troubles. But nonetheless, this is about being over emotional and feeling out of control. And it ties in specifically with this Nine of Swords energy. So it's almost as though you were trying to control a situation. You were trying to have it go a certain way, the way that you wanted it to go. But because you made a soul contract prior to incarnating here on Earth, a spirit and your guardian angels and your guides are saying, no, sorry. We've let you try to figure it out on your own. We've let you try to get back on track, but you continue to want something or work towards something that keeps falling apart. So Spirit's coming in and they are actually destroying it for you. So if you've been feeling like no matter what you've been doing to try to change the situation that you're in, guess what? It's not going to happen because it's not for you. And that's not a bad thing. Actually, it's not a bad thing at all. In fact, sometimes we hold on to things because we feel so comfortable. Sometimes we hold on to things because now we're at a point where it's like, oh yeah, okay, things are good and I don't want it to change. But the problem with that is that we start losing that opportunity to grow. So the focus here right now is strength in reverse. Here you are, Libras. You're saying, look, I can't make this happen. Why can't I make this happen? But I also think that you're getting smart enough to realize too, hey, I gotta just surrender at some point. But you can't beat up on yourself. And maybe that's what this is all of these thoughts are, I didn't make it work. I didn't make it happen. And therefore I'm not good enough. Maybe you feel some insecurity. Maybe you feel like you're not good enough for that. You don't have the resources or the brilliance or whatever it is that you're telling yourself in this darkness at night. It's a lie. It's not true. But because you continue to focus on that, it's multiplying. So every time you beat up on yourself, you're adding another sword to your being, and it's influencing your self-esteem. It's influencing your strength and your ability to turn this chariot upright and use your willpower to move forward. Not move forward with something that's wrong for you, but move forward, period. Which is what Spirit is trying to get you to do. So, you've avoided losing something. It could be to do with money, could be a relationship, could be to do with finances, career, home, health, whatever be the case, you haven't lost it. So again, this is just fear. You're afraid and fighting to not lose something. But what's happening is because you're putting in all of this energy into not losing something, you might lose it. Or perhaps this is something like the universe is trying to say, something you should be losing. So it's asking you not to hold on so tightly. In your energy, you've got the Five of Wands in reverse. So there's that surrendering energy that I started feeling. This Five of Wands in reverse is about somebody who is at the point where they've had enough people coming at them, or they've had enough pressures that they've been fighting and facing, that they're finally saying, look, I want some peace. I want to chill out. I'm spent now. I don't have the energy to keep doing this over and over. So this is good. This means that you're surrendering to what Spirit is trying to bring in for you. The person around you could be dealing with a Cancerian, or the people around you for that matter, or the situation. No wonder you've been feeling out of control or feeling clouded or feeling as though things aren't clear, because they haven't been. You've got this moon card and everything seems dark and it seems confusing and it doesn't seem like the path is lit. You feel like a bit of a lone wolf here. People see as well that you're in this kind of maybe withdrawn state. But these are about subconscious fears that are coming up that maybe, just maybe, need to be healed. And how do we heal them? We make peace with them. So this is a major arcana. So this to me says, again, this is how the universe is getting you to change and to grow. It's getting you to let go of something that just is not working for you, especially if someone around you has been confusing and not forthright. Hopes and fears, there it is. Determination. You still want to keep going forward. You're hoping that if you put that 10th wand in, that you're going to get what you want. The problem is, you're not. What's going to happen, because this isn't the right path for you, is that you're going to collapse under the pressure, because this 5 of Wands is going to multiply to the 10 of Wands, and the 10 of Wands is about a breakdown, and it's about literally just exhaustion, just absolutely collapsing. And why? Because you've done everything that you can. So this card is basically saying, don't collapse yourself for something that's not for you. And I think deep down you know what this is, but you just don't want to face it. You don't want to face it because for some reason, whatever reason you're telling yourself here, you're like, no, I gotta hold on, I gotta hold on, I gotta hold on. But life is about cycles, it's about change. And so Spirit is saying, if you don't allow yourself to change, because there's so much more you gotta experience, then we're gonna come in and we're gonna change it for you. And that's really frustrating. It really goes against our wants, doesn't it? Because we have our wants, our needs, and our desires. And I feel like you have what you need, but there's something here that you wanted so badly, and yet it's not for you. So the outcome is the Star in reverse. Could be dealing with Aquarius, doesn't have to be, but I feel like you're not reaching for your dreams, and that's what Spirit wants you to do. They want you to turn this card upright. You see how this person is reaching and heading towards their dreams? The Chariot follows or leads towards that star. They're going after their star. And I think that, again, this is really saying you've become complacent. Things have been okay. Maybe this is the person you're dealing with. It's like, oh, things are okay. I'm just going to leave it as it is. But the issue is that you're missing out on dreams coming true. Dreams that you're meant to have. A life you're meant to have. So even though it may feel uncomfortable, maybe that's what Spirit's saying is allow that discomfort to come in. Sit with those emotions. Don't block it out. Because those emotions continue to well and well and well, and then what happens is that pressure builds and builds and builds, but you're so much in your mind trying to logically reason it out, but you're neglecting what your emotions are trying to tell you. And I bet if you sit with yourself, you're going to hear your emotions say, this isn't right, something's got to change. And then you'll take the action towards it, right? So I'm going to get you a postcard. Oh, actually first, let's get a couple of these cards. If it's to do with love, what's been going on? Unintentional, but in reverse. If this was upright, it would mean that the person that you're dealing with never meant to hurt you and that they're not who you think that they are. But because it's coming up in reverse, I think you know deep down that someone you might be dealing with, they could be playing games with you and getting you to this point of, doing your brain in, whether it be in and out energies or not sticking around, not being there when you need them the most. And I think you sense that this person, look, the next card out. I think you sense that they're pretending. They're not showing up to be the person that they say that they're going to be. And I think that that's what's confusing you. You may have said, oh, okay, yeah, no, I believe them, I trust them, I'm going to go for this. But what's happened is, unfortunately, your emotions are telling you the truth. This is your inner guidance system. And your inner guidance system is telling you that this person isn't all that they cracked up to be, nor are they reliable the way you want them to be. And sometimes we don't want to face that truth because that means we have to face the fact that we fell for someone like this. But is that your fault? No. Yet we beat up on ourselves with this strength in reverse, and we say, "Oh, it's my fault, and I'm not good enough for it. You know, why wasn't I smart enough? Why couldn't I have seen it?" Because the reality of the situation is, you found something. Somebody told you something. They're like the magician, and I did see the magician in the deck. I believe it's at the bottom here. Yep, there it is. This person's a trickster. Okay, they want what they want. And this is kind of a lesson, not kind of, this is actually a lesson of, you know what? Don't let this person have so much control over you because they're not telling you the truth. And you deserve the truth. And they are not committing. 3 of Cups means that, oh, and look at this. This person is romancing and leaving people left, right, and center when it comes to love. They will go wherever they want to just to pull the wool over someone's eyes, get the attention that they need, and then they're gone. But they're so romantic and charming, and I think that's the hook. I think that was the hook. That's Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy there. And again, the Cancerian back here. Could be Taurus, doesn't have to be another air sign. Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. But the thing too is that the big lesson here is that if you want the truth from others, you have to be truthful with yourself first. And that means seeing past our desires of what we want and acknowledging the truth of what's really in front of us. Okay? You deserve everything, Libras. You deserve so much better than this. So if this person isn't nurturing you, if this person isn't loving you and putting you as the number one, not choosing you to be their dream come true here, they're not emotionally fulfilling you, here it is, Judgment. This is where you take that strength and courage, you turn this card upright and you say, I'm really going to look at how I've gotten to this point and the decisions that I've made. Why do I allow myself to continue allowing people like this into my life? And only then, when you take an honest look at the situation, can you change it? Right? But you're so very amazing, Libras. There's no question about it. And there's no beating up on yourself. This person has their own issues. And it's funny because the insecurity that was shown here with this strength in reverse is actually being mirrored to you by this person. They're insecure. That's why they do this. Boom. So here's your postcard from Spirit. Dear you, what is true for you? Can you be impeccable with your word? Sure you can. As long as it's not used to manipulate others, the truth can set everyone free. Let go of the results. Let go of your fears. And allow the truth to empower you and others. This will set into motion a kind of change that will be supportive of you and loving and all kinds of prosperous. This is not a time to compromise and hide your truth from others. Whatever it is you want, go for it and be clear in your motives, especially with yourself. You will be so happy you did. This is a time where you will tap into the power of co-create and manifest your best life. Doesn't that feel amazing? And the result? Miraculous. When you tell the truth and ask the same of others, you can learn a lot from life's bountiful lessons and achieve your dreams. Love you always. Oh my gosh, how does that not tie into this? Because your dreams are waiting for you. But you're lying to yourself, telling yourself that whether it's this job that you're in, whether it's the person that you're dealing with, you're telling yourself this is where you're meant to be. But deep down, you know that it's not, because they're not showing up for you the way you want. And why are they not showing up for you? Because they're reflecting to you how you're not showing up for you. Because if you were showing up for you, you'd listen to this and say, this isn't for me. I deserve better. Aww, sending you so much love, Libras. You got this. See you soon. Bye.